Have you ever wondered how so many Japanese workers survive on fewer than 6 hours of sleep and still manage to show up early, neat, and focused? It is not magic and it is not hustle culture. It is a mix of quiet rituals, lighter food, movement, and purpose that make every hour of sleep work harder for the body. In this video, you're going to see 9 Japanese-inspired ways to wake up more energized, even when life forces you to sleep less. But the real key only becomes obvious in the very last tip, so stay until the end. The first mindset shift in Japan is that mornings are not a random accident, they are designed. From the way they breathe when they wake up, to how they open the curtains, to what they drink first, each small step is meant to gently boot up the nervous system instead of shocking it with alarms and rush. When you copy this idea of a crafted morning, even simple actions start giving you more energy than another extra hour of low-quality, restless sleep. So, as you watch, do not just listen passively. Imagine how these 9 habits could fit into your own messy mornings, even if you have work, kids, or study. And before going deeper, hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss the other Japanese habit videos that will help you build calm energy day after day. In many places, people think there are only 2 states, asleep or awake. In Japan, there's an in-between zone that really matters, how you cross the bridge between sleep and action. Instead of jumping straight into notifications, noise, and bright screens, many traditional and modern routines focus on a slow, intentional first 5 to 10 minutes after waking. That small buffer protects your brain from a cortisol spike that makes you feel tired, grumpy, and already behind before you even leave the bed. Some families keep the bedroom quiet, dim, and almost ritualistic for a short moment after the alarm, avoiding loud conversations or arguments. Others turn waking up into a calm sequence, sit on the edge of the bed, take several deep abdominal breaths, stretch the spine, then stand up without rushing. The goal is not to be slow, but to be deliberate, so your nervous system understands that the night is over and the day is starting on your terms, not on your phone's terms. When you adopt this approach, waking up stops being a violent cut and becomes a gentle transition. Over time, this can reduce sleep inertia, that heavy, foggy feeling in the first minutes after you open your eyes, which wastes precious energy you need later. In a few minutes, you'll see how this transition connects with light, water, and movement, and why they matter so much in Japanese mornings. A powerful Japanese-inspired idea is to treat your bedroom like a small shrine dedicated to rest and renewal. At night, this means keeping the room relatively uncluttered, darker, and quiet, so that when morning comes, your brain needs less time to realize this is a safe place to wake up in. Simple details like a thin futon, fresh air from a slightly opened window, and a tidy floor make it easier to stand up without feeling overwhelmed or distracted. The silent bedroom ritual in the morning has 3 parts: pause, breathe, and observe. Before rushing to your phone,
Doing this for 1 to 2 minutes can lower mental noise and make you feel calmer and more present before you even set a foot on the ground. When you finally stand up, you are not fighting your own thoughts. You already took a small mental step into the day. Later in the video, you will see how this connects with Ikigai, the Japanese idea of living with purpose, and why that is one of the strongest natural energy drinks you can have. If you watch real Japanese morning routines, one pattern appears again and again. They open the curtains or windows early to let natural light flood the room. Morning light hitting your eyes and skin sends a strong signal to your internal clock that it is daytime, which helps regulate hormones linked to alertness, mood, and sleep quality later that night. This means that a few minutes of light right after waking can actually help you feel less tired, even if you slept fewer total hours. In some Japanese homes, especially smaller apartments, people will even step briefly onto the balcony or near the genkan, entrance area to feel the fresh air while they stretch or breathe. In more traditional contexts, there is also a habit of quietly greeting the day, sometimes with a small bow or a simple internal thank you, which is a form of morning gratitude. These gestures may look symbolic, but they anchor your mind in the present moment and create a clear line between night and day inside your head. You do not need a Japanese garden to copy this. Just commit to opening your curtains as soon as you wake up, looking outside for a short moment, and taking 10 slow breaths while you let the light hit your eyes indirectly. Combine that with the next habit, what you drink first, and you will feel like your system booted from sleep mode to ready much faster. While many people reach straight for coffee, a lot of Japanese-inspired wellness routines start the day with a simple glass of warm or room temperature water. The idea is to gently rehydrate the body after the night, wake up digestion, and support circulation without shocking the system with something very cold or very sugary. Rehydration alone can improve alertness, since even mild dehydration is linked to fatigue and lower focus. In some approaches, lemon or a pinch of salt might be added, but the core habit is just calm, mindful water drinking, not gulping it while scrolling on social media. There is also a cultural respect for what enters the body first thing in the morning. Starting with something simple and clean sends a message of care and intention. When you pair warm water with a few deep breaths and natural light, you create a triple signal: light, oxygen, hydration, that tells your body it is safe to fully wake up. This does not mean you must abandon coffee forever. It means you let water act as the first switch, and only later, after your body is online, you bring in caffeine if you want it. In a moment, you will see how a short Japanese-style stretching flow can multiply the effect of these first steps. A 3-minute sequence can be enough. Roll your shoulders, circle your neck, stretch your arms overhead, twist your torso gently, and finish with a controlled forward fold. Many Japanese people also pay attention to posture because standing tall and aligned makes breathing easier and sends a subtle signal of confidence to the brain. When you connect movement with breath instead of rushing, you create a mini reset that fights morning stiffness and mental fog at the same time. If you want to make it even more Japanese, you can treat this stretch like a small ceremony. No phone, no distractions, just you, your body, and the new day. Consistency matters more than intensity, so even busy workers can do this between the bedroom and the kitchen. In a moment, you will see how Japanese bathing culture adds another layer of energy by using water and temperature to reset tiredness. Traditional Japanese baths, or ofuro, are usually taken at night, but the philosophy behind them, using water intentionally to reset body and mind, can inspire a powerful morning habit. Instead of seeing the shower as a rushed, purely functional step, many Japanese people turn it into a brief moment of cleansing, not only of the body, but of the weight of yesterday. This may sound symbolic, but pairing warm water and awareness can reduce stress and leave you feeling lighter when you step out. A practical Japanese-inspired tweak is to finish your warm shower with a short burst of cooler water on your legs, arms, and face. This temperature contrast can stimulate circulation and give a sharp sense of wakefulness, almost like a natural shock that does not rely on caffeine. Some people also take a second to breathe deeply as the water runs, imagining worries or sleepiness being washed away down the drain. You do not need a deep wooden tub to apply ofuro thinking. You just need intention. Decide that your morning shower is the exact line between night mode and day mode, and step out of it as if you were stepping into a new role, lighter and more focused. Soon you will see how what you put on your plate after that, especially the Japanese style of breakfast, can stabilize your energy instead of spiking and crashing it.
While many Western breakfasts are built around pastries, sugary cereals, and sweet drinks, a traditional Japanese breakfast looks almost like a light lunch. It often includes rice, miso soup, grilled fish, fermented foods like natto or pickles, and small portions of vegetables. This combination delivers protein, complex carbohydrates, probiotics, and healthy fats, which support stable blood sugar and sustained energy. Starting the day this way avoids the sugar roller coaster that makes you feel sleepy again a few hours after breakfast. A lighter, savory first meal also feels more grounded and less junky, which psychologically encourages better choices throughout the rest of the day. Even if you don't copy the exact foods, the principle is simple. More real food, less sugar, and ultra-processed snacks first thing in the morning.
If you want to go deeper into how Japanese food patterns affect energy and longevity, watching a video focused only on Japanese breakfast and daily meals will help you design your own version at home. So after this one, choose a video on Japanese nutrition or morning meals from this channel and let them complement each other. In a second, you will see how swapping coffee for certain teas can give you a calmer, longer-lasting energy curve throughout the day. Japan is famous for its tea culture, especially green tea and matcha, both of which contain caffeine, but not in the same way as a big, rushed coffee. These teas also have L-theanine, an amino acid associated with calmer alertness, which can smooth out the stimulating effect of caffeine. The result is a more balanced, steady focus instead of a short-lived spike followed by an energy crash. Many people in Japan drink tea throughout the day in small amounts instead of taking one huge hit of caffeine in the morning. The act of preparing and sipping tea is often slower and more mindful than gulping down coffee on the go, which adds a psychological sense of calm and control. This combination of chemistry and ritual makes tea one of the simplest Japanese tools to support energy on fewer hours of sleep. You do not need to abandon coffee completely, but try replacing your first or second cup with green tea or matcha for a week and observe how your energy curve changes. Pay attention to whether you feel less jittery and less empty in the afternoon. Next, you will see how even a quick cleaning burst in the morning, a very Japanese habit, can clear mental clutter and free up energy you did not know you were losing. Japanese homes, especially smaller ones, often rely on quick, focused tidying routines to keep clutter under control. Instead of letting mess build up for days and then facing a giant, exhausting cleaning session, they use short bursts of organization that fit naturally into the morning. This habit is not only about aesthetics. Visual chaos can drain mental energy and make it harder to concentrate once you start working. A 5-minute reset after breakfast, putting objects back where they belong, wiping a surface, folding a blanket, can make your environment feel lighter and more spacious. In Japanese thinking, there's a strong connection between outer order and inner calm. A tidy genkan or living room becomes an invitation to start the day on a clearer mental stage. This supports productivity later, especially if you work or study at home. The key is to decide a tiny, non-negotiable routine. Maybe you always make your bed, clear the table, and reset one surface before leaving. Over time, this becomes automatic and almost meditative, just like a mini ritual of respect for your space and for your future self. In a moment, you will discover how Japanese chore and ikigai connect all these habits into a deeper sense of direction, which might be the real reason some people in Japan can keep going even with fewer hours of sleep. In many Japanese companies, there's a practice called chore, a short morning meeting where the team aligns goals, shares updates, and sometimes even does a brief greeting or chant together. The idea is simple. Before everyone dives into tasks, they pause to decide what truly matters for that day. This habit reduces confusion and gives people a clearer sense of direction, which naturally saves mental energy.
You can recreate a personal version of chore at home in just a few minutes. Sit down with a notebook, write the 3 most important things you must do, and one small intention for how you want to feel while doing them. This turns your day from a chaotic reaction to messages into a deliberate plan, exactly like a small Japanese morning assembly with yourself as both leader and team. When your brain knows what to focus on, it wastes less energy switching between random tasks. Over time, this alignment before action can make it easier to handle a busy schedule, even when you did not sleep as many hours as you would like. Soon you will see how Ikigai, the Japanese idea of purpose, gives emotional fuel to support all these practical habits. Ikigai is often described as the reason you get up in the morning, a blend of what you love, what you are good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. In Japan, this concept appears in small daily actions, not only in big life decisions. Many people find Ikigai in family, craft, work, volunteering, or even a beloved hobby. Having a sense of Ikigai can reduce the feeling that life is meaningless repetition, which is a major source of fatigue. When you wake up with at least one thing in your day that feels connected to your Ikigai, getting out of bed becomes easier, even if you're not perfectly rested. Purpose does not replace sleep, but it changes the emotional weight of your mornings. Instead of another exhausting day, it becomes one more step towards something that matters. This emotional energy often translates into real physical drive and resilience. To apply this, ask yourself each night, what is one small action tomorrow that connects to my deeper purpose? It could be learning a skill, helping someone, or working on a project you care about. When your days start to line up with your Ikigai, all the other Japanese habits in this video, light, water, movement, tea, organization, stop being random tricks and become tools serving a bigger reason to wake up. A powerful Japanese insight is that good sleep does not start at night, it starts in the morning. Getting natural light early, moving your body, eating a balanced breakfast, and avoiding constant overstimulation during the day all help your internal clock stay stable. This stability makes it easier to fall asleep faster and sleep more deeply, even if the total number of hours is not perfect. In Japan, the combination of regular wake-up times, commuting routines, and structured work schedules often locks people into a fairly consistent rhythm. While overwork is a real problem, this regularity does keep circadian rhythms more predictable, which is scientifically linked to better sleep quality and productivity. When mornings are chaotic and bedtime shifts wildly, even long nights can feel unrefreshing. So one of the secret Japanese ways to wake up energized on fewer hours is simply this: protect your rhythm. Try to wake up at roughly the same time, expose yourself to morning light, move a bit, and avoid very late heavy meals or screens right before bed. You'll notice that when your body clock feels respected, each hour of sleep works harder for you.
Now that you have seen 8 visible habits, gentle waking, light, water, stretching, bathing, breakfast, tea, tidying, kore, ikigai, and rhythm, there is one more Japanese way that quietly holds everything together: respect for small, consistent rituals. In Japanese culture, there is a deep appreciation for kaizen, the idea of continuous, incremental improvement rather than dramatic overnight change. That mindset turns tiny habits into powerful long-term allies for your energy. Instead of chasing a perfect miracle morning, the Japanese approach is to show up for small rituals day after day: the cup of tea, the 3-minute stretch, the 5-minute tidy, the one line written about your ikigai. Each of these takes little time, but combined, they let many people function surprisingly well even when modern life cuts into their sleep hours. The real secret is not complexity, it is respect for the ordinary things done repeatedly with intention. If this video helped you see mornings in a new way, now it is your turn to take action. Subscribe to the channel so you do not miss the next Japanese habit breakdown, like this video so it reaches more people, and share it with someone who is always tired but does not know where to start.
Start with just one of these Japanese ways tomorrow morning and let consistency quietly transform your energy from the inside out.